No more Mr. Nice Guy.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Gore N More podcast. This is your host with the motherfucking most, TJ Bowser, and joining me is Eduardo Chrisman. What's up, buddy?
Buenos dias, bitches.
And of course, Big Johnny D.
What's up, Gorehounds?
And the killing machine himself, Bobby Amone.
What the fuck you want?
So today is November 30th, 2020, and we got a banger of an episode for you today. But you know what time it is. It's time for your Slice of Life. Big Johnny D, what'd you do, you sexy son of a bitch?
Well, let's see. Like probably most of you, I enjoyed a nice extended weekend this weekend. I had 2 days. Yeah, buddy. Had 2 extra days off, so it was very nice to hang out with the family. Did 2 Thanksgivings over that 4 days, so definitely packed on the that's one way to. I mean, I didn't eat uncomfortable like I've had buddies that went to the full sweat stage, and I'm like, nah, dude, I know how to pace myself now. You don't do that shit. But I didn't particularly do any Black Friday shopping except for on my PC to look for games.
Nice.
To which I did pick up. And there is a couple sales still going on, so I might grab something after the show. But I did pick up a little combo pack off Steam, and it was Moons of Madness, which is actually very fitting for today's episode. And another one called The Park. It was like a combo pack for like $15. Didn't touch The Park yet, but Moons of Madness, I think you guys would definitely enjoy. It's got, think Dead Space meets The Martian.
Ooh, I like that. That sounds pretty good.
That does.
Not as action oriented as Dead Space. Like it's more Martian in that aspect. Plus you're on Mars and on a colony, you know what I mean? Like trying to serve or keep your colony going while some shit's going down. And there's definitely talk leaning towards some ancient ones possibly lying dormant in the moons of Mars. So yeah. And like I said, very fitting for this week's episode. The Lovecraft elements are fucking hardcore in the game, dude, for sure. But other than that, man, just enjoy myself. Like I said, had a second Thanksgiving yesterday with the wife's family. No turkey that day. We did ham. Yes. But other than that, man, just enjoyed myself. Chad. Wait,
who?
You're not Chad. Eduardo.
Eduardo, yes.
How have you been, sir?
I am well, thank you. I, like you guys, had a nice little 3-day, not 4-day Thanksgiving break. Thank you to work. But the trade-off is we get a 4-day weekend this weekend.
Ooh. Ew. No, Brody, no.
No, listen, I will not review.
You know what? I will review that for the Patreon, and that would probably be the only way I would do it.
I will not even for Patreon. What we're talking about, Brody is asking, and he's joking that wondering when we're going to do the Serbian film for Gore N More, and that's never happening.
I watched it. I broke the DVD.
Oh, you watched it?
I broke the DVD.
I've been too much of a puss to watch it so far, so.
There's too much of a puss.
There's not much I won't watch, but I refuse to watch that. Absolutely not happening.
There, we're shared up. Shout out to all the YouTube viewers.
Yeah.
Feel free to comment. It'll pop up here, and we can shoot them up on the screen.
Yeah, buddy.
But, like I was saying, aside from that, work, a lot of work. What else did I do? I got started finally getting a little tired of Watch Dogs Legion because there's a audio glitch in the game that they need to patch where everybody just stutters.
Oh.
And it's terrible.
Joe Biden glitch.
Oh, God.
So I put that aside and started playing Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Titties. How's that?
Fun.
Bobby's just fucking giggling.
He's such a juvenile laughing about titties.
Listen, man. Titties is, everybody used to give me shit for saying titties instead of like cool or something like that. But it's like, listen, dude, is there anything honestly better than titties? Like, I mean, titties is some of the top. Yeah.
No,
They will make a bad day good.
continue. I mean, Eduardo, continue.
But yeah, that's about it. And I was listening today, finally got a chance to listen to the Bloodhook episode.
Ooh.
And I do have some answers for some of your questions. One of which you were wondering, it actually explained earlier in the movie that Bev D's husband left her.
The Vietnam guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. All right.
Yeah. And what else did I have?
He didn't
here?
say why he left her, though, right? Just said he left her.
I think it's implied that he had an alcohol problem.
Mm.
She
Little
said something about his drinking.
Couldn't get it
I
in.
feel like she was still really attached with them records, though.
And yes, it is confirmed. This is on IMDb. Young Greg Nenas was a local of Hayward, Wisconsin, who was hanging around during the production. Much to his surprise, he was randomly cast for the role of Irving Swain out of the blue one day.
There
yeah.
we go. The old
All right.
narcoleptic loudmouth kid.
The little klepto.
Yeah.
Narcoleptic.
Narcoleptic. That's sleeping. Klepto.
He might have been narcoleptic. We just don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
That's a whole different story.
Shit, so.
Hey, I do want to say that this movie confirmed that my John Carpenter hates women. It featured a punch in the
God.
face to a woman.
One?
Several.
Several. Yeah, we got a lot of duffs to the face, dude. This was comical.
Keep going, Daddy Eduardo.
Yeah. what else you
That
got, buddy?
is. Let's see.
So you got 2 weeks to cover, buddy.
Yeah, I do. And you guys kind of barely touched on the behind the scenes stuff. I was surprised. Thank you for touching on the cut scenes, though, TJ. I appreciate that.
Yes.
I just can't believe that there's a version that completely cuts out the reason why he's doing the killing.
Yeah,
right. And I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna fucking find a DVD release of it, and I want to watch it. I want to analyze it. We'll do a comparison.
We could do that.
That'd be sweet.
That'd be a really good one to do.
Pretty cool.
But yeah, you were supposed to see breasts in this movie, but she refused. By the way,
I mean, we got side boob.
that's why you got side boob.
boob. So,
What's
what's up?
up?
Andy?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's right. Beggars can't be choosers, right?
Yeah, buddy.
You said titties.
That's right.
But yeah, like I said, the biggest for me was definitely that her husband left her, and that's why. And she kind of went back to him, and then she regretted it. You can tell, like in the movie. I don't know.
Yeah. I still say, dude, like, maybe he left her because she was just running off, just fucking finding random dick in the woods.
Yeah,
all
she
the
really
time.
does
That
like the
was-
fuck.
That was so disturbing.
She
She just
on too, like, yeah, I really like you, but maybe I'll see you later.
what a tease.
I would have been like, fuck you.
And, and a terrible
I-
mother.
Horrible mother. And I also want to point this out, TJ. I'm surprised you didn't say this. My coworker Scott even pointed this out because he's actually seen this movie. He said, "What's the movie for the next episode?" I said, "Bloodhook." He's like, "Oh, I've seen that." He's like, "Plus," and he gave me this little tidbit. That's actually the very first trivia bit on IMDb. This was actually on Parks and Recreation.
What?
Says in the show Parks and Recreation Halloween Surprise. Bloodhook is the scary movie that plays at the Pawnee City Hall Scary Movie Night.
It is, dude.
That's a new floor.
She's fucking tweeting it out every 2 seconds, dude. Oh my fuck. Yeah.
How did you guys not know that?
That is
Dude,
gnarly.
I haven't watched the later seasons of Park and Rec in like a minute. So, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was going to lead with that with my behind the scenes.
Oh, that makes me so happy, dude. I would have say ended with it.
Now we need a shirt of Ludke riding Little Sebastian.
Bro. Fly high, little Lukey.
Get Kaufman on it right away.
Got to do something new for you. Oh, hey, Kaufman, return to the remote.
Dude, listen. Only little stipulation I ask is could Ludke be like hooking in a calzone?
Yeah, he's got a calzone on his hook.
Yeah.
Now,
Love it.
Well, anything could be on it because there's so many hooks, so we can have
Right.
tons of things.
Well, I'm just saying, let's just
Easter
incorporate
eggs.
all this shit, dude.
Calzone's got to be the main thing, though.
But I think I got a better appreciation of the movie from listening to you guys. So
Yeah.
Good.
I know
Yeah.
you did say you definitely weren't necessarily a fan before we talked about it, or before we
no,
talked.
but listening to you guys, and I really do want to see the edited down version just to see how different it really is.
Right?
You know, overall, it's actually a decent slasher film that actually builds some sort of setting and atmosphere, and kind of is its own,
sure.
similar to the way that Sleepaway Camp and the original Friday the 13th does. It really allows you to be like get entrenched in this setting and these characters. I think it does a good job at that, where other films kind of fail to do that.
Yeah, and it's like my wife said, it wasn't the worst film we watched for the show. So.
No, not yet.
But anyway,
I think at some point, I'll come back and revisit it at some point. But Bobby, how about you, buddy?
Well, unlike all of you, I don't know what a 3 or 4 day weekend is. What the fuck is that shit? Fuck. And I did not do Black Friday shopping because I don't necessarily care. It's just me. So
No.
I went home and chilled out on Friday, and then Saturday, well, I now have the fortunate yet unfortunate of selling Christmas trees for the next month.
Yeah.
Getting a little
All right,
sappy there, buddy.
A lot of sap in there, you know. A lot of sap, you know.
that's a good one.
But here's the problem right now that I have. Like, normally a couple days after Thanksgiving, like, I get a little bit into the Christmas.
Right.
You know how anti-Christmas I was all fucking Saturday selling goddamn trees? I was like ready to rip the speaker off the pole saying, why? I don't want this shit right now.
Well, you have to now. I mean, you're after Thanksgiving, so it's the floodgates open. But
Yeah.
I don't.
Bobby staring off into the
I can
distance.
literally see the fucking like just turmoil. Like Bobby's having
He has a
flashbacks.
1,000-yard stare, but it's from selling Christmas trees.
There's just explosions and helicopters in the background. Bobby, like, I'm just-
Yeah.
It's not. It's not explosions. It's Karen screaming.
He's like
It's-
he's like Lukey hearing that noise.
it's Karen screaming and cheap dads trying to wheel a deal, and then screaming children that are just fucking annoying. And Bobby.
And then
doesn't talk either.
Mariah Carey. Mariah
Oh,
Carey
my
has
God.
to be playing at the same tune that a Karen's screaming, and it triggers Bobby to
You know
kill
what?
everybody in the
You
store.
just literally wrote yourself a Christmas horror movie, buddy.
There we go.
Tonight, Bobby snapped.
You have fucking silent nobody nights.
We achieve the devil's tritone, and Bobby goes off the
Right.
deep end.
Wait, here's our Gore N More movie right here. Christmas tree murder.
There we go. Christmas tree murders.
Right.
But other than that, it was a pretty chill weekend, and that was it. Just hung around. It was pretty quiet. And if you hear sounds coming from me, it's actually thunder. Just so you know, we have a thunderstorm going here.
Thundergut, huh?
So yeah, not very much going on here this weekend or right now with myself. So that's about it. TJ, lay it on us.
So, as I say every week, guys, there's podcasts here, podcasts there, and podcasts everywhere. But I have to do it, or Brody's not going to like it. So, I got the absolute wonderful opportunity to talk to director, producer Brian Usna on Saturday, and of course, our good friend, special effects man, Nick Benson. And it was on Rabbit Hole. We talked everything Return of the Living Dead, everything Reanimator, Frankenstein, just everything that he's ever worked on, some of his influences, and just kind of how he ties everything in. And a little fun fact, I'll say it on here. So, you know, when we did Bride of Reanimator, that whole third act where the bride comes to life and stuff,
Yes.
that influenced the Julie character in Return of the Living Dead 3.
Oh,
He said that because he liked that so much that he wanted more of it. So that's why Return of the Living Dead 3 took the
I mean,
the
I feel like
story
that was
direction that it
our
did.
complaint about it too. Honestly, like it led up to that, and then it really didn't give you much with it.
And he said that, like, and I will agree with him, that he was kind of one of the first people to really characterize a zombie and make you feel for them throughout the film. And I was like, that kind of became pretty common in later films, especially modern films where they satirize things. But that was more of the films that's kind of taken a more serious tone, and it's more of a Romeo and Juliet with trioxin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you're a big
You
if
got
you're
me
a fan of
thinking
the
on
if you're a fan of the Reanimator films, Return of the Living Dead 3, what else has he done? Every H.P. Lovecraft adaptation ever. He's produced it or directed it somehow. Him and Stuart Gordon did so much in the 80s and 90s.
Didn't he do Society?
He did Society. He did
that was 94, right?
Yeah, I think he produced Dolls with Stuart Gordon, but I can't be sure.
Oh
about that.
man, Dolls.
He did
that fucking movie.
He did Necronomicon.
That was
Never
another
actually
one.
watched that one.
That's another one.
I haven't even watched it.
He did a bunch of stuff. I got the chance to start watching Beyond Reanimator the other day. It's pretty decent.
That's the third one, correct?
Yeah, it picks up where like one of the zombies from that cemetery during 2 leaves the cemetery and walks across to the street and kills a mom. So they call the cops, and the cops come and kill the zombie, and then arrest Jeffrey Combs, Herbert, for making that. So he goes to jail, and then the story takes place X amount of years later with him in jail for a while.
Mm.
Yeah, it's pretty rad from what I've seen so far. But again, I'm going to wait for a full watch through whenever we do the review next year, the year of the prequel.
You mean this year?
I got to remember to add that.
This season.
Don't let me forget to add that to the list.
Yes. That is a Vestron release, I believe, in the States. You can look
Speaking
that up.
of, I'm still trying to figure out how you ended up with the region-locked version of Return of the Living Dead 3 that doesn't play in region
It's
A.
interesting because I ordered it from Amazon, little sidebar here, collecting sidebar, if you will. I did order it from Amazon, and the description on Amazon says it's region A, and I didn't think anything of it, but for some reason they sent me the region B, and it has the numbers on it, and I didn't realize that until I got it, and then I was like, fuck. But at least I have it, and whenever I do get the region free player, I'll be able to watch it and enjoy all the extra features and stuff. So,
Right.
Yeah.
That is true.
but I also stayed up late Thursday night, and then into Friday morning, and I picked up some movies on the Vinegar Syndrome sale. And I want to tell you guys something. You guys know what Vinegar Syndrome is?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
You know what it is, right?
Yes.
No, like where the name came from.
No.
Okay, so Vinegar Syndrome is what happens to a 16 millimeter film whenever the film itself becomes acidic and melts itself, and it smells like a dead body.
Oh.
So that's what Vinegar Syndrome is when that happens. So that's what the horror. You get it now? Why it's
All
like
right.
that? Yeah. So anyway, I went on the Black Friday sale and I picked up 6 films. I picked up the full 3D Silent Madness, Cemetery of Terror, Grave Robbers, Don't Panic, Troma released The House on Tombstone Hill, and Jose Larraz's Rest in Pieces. 2 of these films are part of a December release, their December release, and then some of them are part of previous releases that I kind of just held off on until they were lower priced. Because if you don't get them from third-party dealers, they range from $30 to $50 from different releases. So if you don't hit them during a sale, you're pretty much SOL.
Right.
So I picked up those, finished off some Jose Larraz films. I still got to get that box set from Arrow Video that has his first 3 films. And then, I'm excited. So those won't ship till December 7th. They'll ship all the people who have the yearly subscriptions first. Then they'll ship all the Black Friday ones starting the 7th. They'll start processing and shipping them.
Nice, dude.
Yeah. So we have quite the wait time still. A week from today, I guess.
Still, that's a stack of fucking movies, man.
Mm-hmm. And that's nothing. I've seen people who had 7 or 8 screenshots full
Of what they
who
got.
spent like $800 worth of.
Oh yeah, like the guys on Slasher Trash.
Yeah, Slasher Trash cleaned
I saw
house.
I saw that.
Love that guy. He's so cool. Me and him have a lot of the same tastes in slasher films, so it's pretty sweet. Anyway, not much else to report. For more, head on over to our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and of course, ProjectLouder.net for any of the shows we mentioned there. Moving on to this week's episode. Everyone did their slice of life, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Moving on to 1995's In the Mouth of Madness, Part 3 in the John Carpenter Apocalypse trilogy. Is that what it's called?
Correct.
That's right.
Okay, so directed by Le Carpenter, written by Mike DeLuca, produced by Sandy King, starring Sam Neill as John Trent, Julie Carmen as Linda Stiles, Jürgen Prochnow as Sutter Kane, David
Very
Warner
nice.
as Dr. Wren, John Glover as Saperstein, Bernie Casey as Robinson, Callie Rocha as agency assistant, Peter Jason as Mr. Paul, Charleston Heston as Jackson Harlow, or as you might know him as the Damn You, guy from Planet of the Apes.
Damn dirty apes.
Frances Bay as Mrs. Pickman, Wilhelm von Homburg as Simon, and Hayden Christensen, aka Anakin Skywalker, as the Paperboy. Music by John Carpenter and Jim King, not Alan Howarth. Cinematography by Gary B. Kibb. There he is. There's the B team. Edited by Edward A. Warshikla. Distributed by New Line Cinema. Did you guys know that New Line during the 90s was owned by Turner?
Yes.
Yes.
I did now.
Released February 3rd, 1995. Runtime of 95 little people to be PC. Budget of $8 million. Grossed $8.5 million.
God damn it.
I feel it was ahead of its time.
Yes.
It really was. It really was.
So it made a 0.5 mil.
Well, that's,
Go ahead, Chad.
let's roll that beautiful bean footage.
Back.
Quick cuts. It's like the intro for Halloween 5.
You're absolutely mad.
The riots began because the stores could not
Got epilepsy?
Sutter Kane's rival in the line of madness.
Kane disappeared.
Nice full-frame trailer.
I'm the guy that writes
Right?
comic books.
Thanks, Shout Factory.
Stephen King. Kane outsells them all. I need to know if he's alive or dead, and I need that book.
So I'm not gonna lie, dude. I want to find the covers for these books, and I'm sure they're out there.
Yeah, that is beautiful artwork.
I bet you Kaufman can get repros.
Dude, that'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Like they could just be put around blanks, but it would just be cool to have them like all
Get out.
on your bookshelf. And shit, dude.
It's all
I want the poster for the Hobbs End horror that he sees in the alley.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I know this book will drive people crazy. Let's hope so. The movie comes out next month.
When do the apes take over, then?
Such a wonderful trailer. So, TJ, real quick before you go into that plot, that music in the trailer, where is it from? Don't let me down.
So Jason Goes to Hell?
This
Really?
It's the same music used in the Jason Goes to Hell trailer.
same exact music.
It's shot, but the trailer's cut very similar as well.
Well, hot damn. I'm just learning all new little fucking
And I
tidbits
bet
today.
if we go back to see and ask Adam who cut the trailer for this, and then go talk to people, well, who cut the trailer? Yeah, I bet you they're the same dude. Yeah, buddy. Again,
Interesting.
New Line. New Line around this time
That's-
was just
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
anyone who is watching or listening. Listening rather. I'm moving my hands into a tight. Okay, as to infer that things are tight there. Okay, toy like a toiga.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So whose movie was this, by the way?
Was it
I
mine?
think it was John's.
Was
Was
John?
it John's?
It
No, I
it
thought
might have
John
been
or
just
Bobby?
because I've never personally seen it, so I
Okay,
can't
it's got to be
remember.
Bobby then.
I
Yeah.
said this is me.
Bobby,
Yes.
run it down.
Show enough. The efficient and skeptical freelance insurance investigator John Trent is hired by the publisher Jackson Harglow to find where the famous writer Sutter Kane might be. After writing a series of bestsellers in the horror genre, affecting the reason and causing disorientation, memory loss, and paranoia.
Old one. Hit that Diet Coke, baby.
They should have seen you guys fucking tandem raise your head to see what the fuck it was. That's great.
It was just super loud.
Sutter has simply vanished since the release of his new novel, Horror in Hobbs End. Hate you all. There is a mass hysteria of his anxious fans waiting for the new release, and John believes that his disappearance is a marketing strategy. John follows his instincts and travels with the Pain's editor, Linda Stiles, to New Hampshire, seeking for the apparently fictional town of Hobbs End. While driving along in the night, Linda reaches Hobbs End, and John discloses that Sutter Kane has unleashed a powerful evil force in the black church of the mysterious town, and his twisted imagination is changing the reality and perception of those who read his novels.
Bum, bum, bum.
Such an interesting movie. It's so good, I feel. Underrated.
You know, go ahead, Jay.
I think the real magic of this movie lies in the fact that you really have to watch it more than once to see everything.
Yeah. I had to watch, I mean, I've seen it, but I had to watch it 3 times for this just to be like, because it is a little bit of a tough watch.
It is.
Not in a gory sense, but in a sense of, it really is a mental mind fuck if you think about it.
Yes.
No worse than Phantasm.
Phantasm I got in 5 seconds.
I didn't think this. I mean, I'm not going to say like this isn't meant to make you ask questions, but I didn't think it was
I'd say
like,
Frailty bothered me more than this film.
bothered you. Yeah.
As in confused me more.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was more of a Vince Russo WCW swerve.
I mean, I guess my biggest confusion from this movie would come from like the exact ending, and that's probably just everybody's own interpretation, I would say, or could be. But
Thank you, Brody. I appreciate the comment.
no, you know what? I agree. Because I've never
Hey,
seen
speaking of him, hey John,
Yo,
fuck off. Hey there. we go.
I love you too.
Howdy people, it is the DKB here all the way from down under, and today I'm going to give you my 2 cents on a little film from the horror maestro himself, Mr. Carpenter. Now what happens if I was to say to you, H.P. Lovecraft meets John Carpenter? I know, right? I know what you're thinking. Yeah, you're like, yes, of course I'm going to watch that. And you should, because this film, In the Mouth of Madness, is a fucking masterpiece. For me, it's my favourite John Carpenter film of all time.
Really?
You know? And
Wow.
to have this film finish off an apocalypse trilogy, like, and to follow up on, you know, The Thing, Prince of Darkness, and this is the Carpenter. You've outdone yourself, buddy. Pat on the back. Now, the big thing with me.
These are embarrassing. Fuck you, Brody. No, they're not.
You have to execute the story.
We adore
If
them.
you don't base that, it's
Oh,
just going to
they're
be
wonderful.
absolutely awful. It's just going to be garbage. This film nails it. And that twist ending, my God. Fucking great stuff. It also aces in the cinematography and special effects. Right. With cinematography, I really love how Carpenter has a wider lens to bring that landscape to life. And the
Yes.
buildings that we have in this.
He's looking at a picture of me he has on the wall, by the way.
The color palette
I hope you're not lying about that, dude. I hope that's.
It's not a picture so much as it's a shrine.
Yeah.
The special
And
effects
it's-
and body horror.
it's got him winking at
body
him.
horror for me.
It's like the
Yes, time,
Mama's
I
head
love it.
Voorhees shrine, but a lot more sexual.
There's candles.
So it's a little bit more Helga Pataki with the fucking hair, Arnold.
Yeah.
You got Sam
Sweet.
Neill, an A-lister, driving a full force performance, chewing up every scene that he's in. It's a wild fucking head trip. Now, I wouldn't recommend watching this film on drugs. Could do it.
I
would. Hilarious, obviously. But other than that, I'm going to keep it short and sweet and tell you that you should go out, treat yourself, watch this fucking film, right? I'm going to give it a Gore N More score of
Whoa.
5.5.
Wow.
5, sorry.
Jesus Christ. Wow. Holy shit.
But other than that, yeah, definitely treat yourself to watching this film. Go in with an open mind. Yeah. Until next week, this is DKB saying get fucked cunts. Again, essentially next week, hopefully. Peace.
Ah, I fucking love it.
Gotta love that guy.
Thank you, Brody. Thank you so much. So
I mean,
good.
listen, I'm not trashing his score. I do love this movie. I don't know about a 5.5. That's just me.
That's fair. He went over the scale, dude.
He broke the scale.
He fucking broke it. Actually, no. Hey, things are different down there. It's a different scale.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Comment, right?
He's like Spinal Tap's amps.
Yeah.
So what are the Gore N More units in fucking Australia?
I want to know, but I don't want to know.
What's the conversion rate?
Yeah, right. Figure this out.
They make an app for that.
Dude, no, this was a great pick, by the way, Bobby.
Yeah. Thank you, Bob.
It finally explained where the Sam Neill laughing in a theater meme came from, because I've never known or personally seen it. So I'm literally waiting the whole movie to fucking see that part. And I was like, wow, last 5 minutes. All right. Spoiler alert. Sorry.
You know, it is an interesting Carpenter movie. It's one of his more, I call them obscure ones.
I wanted a little bit more though, honestly.
I wouldn't call it obscure. It's just underappreciated.
I can see that.
There could have been a lot more. I really will say there could have been a lot more, but I also like what we got.
Yeah, I agree with what you said earlier, though. I feel this one may have come out a little bit ahead of its time.
This movie is for fans of Lovecraft. I picked up on it immediately.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
huge.
Yeah,
I was like, the fuck is this? Fuck am I watching? And then I kind of caught on, and then the flow of the movie was like really, really rad. And then it did like some fourth wall shit, and then it did some like crazy shit, and then like even more crazy shit, and then like a swerve and an M. Night Shyamalan swerve. It was pretty good. I kind of understand everything I saw. I mean, I'm not going to hashtag overprocess it, so.
Well, like I said, you need to watch it more than once to really see everything. Nice.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, I could definitely watch this again, like, relatively soon. Would I say it's my favorite in the Apocalypse trilogy? I don't think so.
I would say Thing and this.
Did somebody just fall over there? Somebody totally just eat face, because that is a fucking, like, I don't want to look.
Sweetie, I'll be on.
That's a Gore N More first. Okay, Chad, I'll pop. Do I need to pop you down?
No, we're good.
You're good? Okay.
Sorry, I forgot to lock the door this time. We're gonna do that right now. Hold on.
Okay. It always happens to him. It always happens to him. Some weird shit. It's always Chad. Speaking
of, I am so pissed because last week I missed Bobby's mom.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Bobby's mom's return.
We've wanted her to come back for so long, and I missed it.
Maybe next week we'll do another one. We'll see.
Mama and Monet's cameos are better than a fucking Ryan Reynolds. Like, it's like fucking straight up,
dude.
Or dead.
She's our fuck that, dude. She's our Stan Lee, bro.
Yeah.
She's like,
she needs to like sit in the background and read for an entire episode.
Somehow or another.
Mom comes in for a cameo, show's over.
The best way you could ever defeat it is if like she showed up in TJ's studio one like mid show.
I would be like, "Oh fuck!"
I would shit a brick, dude. Like,
I don't know. Fuck.
One day you guys are gonna be like, "Oh, Bobby said he couldn't make it, and I'm gonna zoom out, or it's gonna be a second camera. And Bobby's gonna be sitting on the casting couch."
That's hot.
Or vice versa. Like, it could be applied to any of you fucking idiots. So, yeah, Chad most likely.
I expect a big live show come wedding time. So
yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah. That's going to be the bachelor party the night before.
Yeah, you give me a Wi-Fi signal. This camera will go live.
Yeah,
make it happen,
do that,
Captain.
right? Fucking
hey, speaking of happen, Captain.
Yeah, what do we got?
Eduardo, why didn't you look behind the scenes, man?
Sí, senor. In this film, the works of Sutter Kane are occasionally quoted. Most, if not all, of these quotes are actually taken directly from several H.P. Lovecraft short stories, with some adaptations to fit them into the story, most notably in the scene where Styles reads to Trent as he gazes into the abyss.
Brody. I mean, Brody, there's a whole big sectional right there, my brother, you could chill on if you want. It's always open. Anyways, chat, sorry.
Okay, so the whole part where he's gazing into the abyss as such elements as the illimitable gulf of the unknown from the last few paragraphs of Lovecraft's The Rats in the Walls. In an earlier scene as well, Trent reads verbatim from Lovecraft's The Haunter of the Dark, in reference to the Black Church being the seat of an evil older than mankind and wider than the known universe.
Really? That's awesome.
Hob is an old word which was used to refer to the devil.
Okay.
The car keys that Julie Carmen swallows when Sam Neill's trying to escape from town were made out of pasta.
At least you know she swallows.
Hello. Continuing on, Hayden Christensen's feature film debut.
I got the high ground, Chad.
So what?
I have the high ground.
Oh god, that just makes me think of the meme that says that since Revenge of the Sith was PG-13, it was technically allowed one F-bomb. Where would you put it?
Right there.
Fuck you, Anakin. I have the high ground.
Seems like it would have the most like
Impact.
right.
Okay, Robot Monster, which Sam Neill is watching at the end of the movie when he's watching it in the hotel room, is one of Carpenter's favorite monster movies as a kid.
Is that the gorilla with the head
Yes.
thing?
Yeah.
We talked about that on an episode of Rabbit Hole not too long ago. It's a good movie.
Oh, really? Nice. The effect of Julie Carmen spinning her head around was done by having a contortionist stunt double wear an upside-down prosthetic mask of her face. Since the stunt double couldn't see, the filmmaker had to guide her on where to go by sound.
Sounds like a good time.
Right. That was an awesome scene, dude. I loved it.
References to the old ones by Sutter Kane, along with certain representations of monsters printed on his books and later brought to life, are allusions to the Cthulhu mythos, a series of stories by Lovecraft, and continued by other writers into modern times. In this sense, one can consider In the Mouth of Madness John Carpenter's own contribution to the Cthulhu mythos.
Oh,
I'd
sidebar.
have to say for sure. What's
Before I forget to mention, there is a new podcast and a couple things changed on the Project Louder website this week. A couple podcasts went into the Pods on Pause folder, so they'll only be found under that section. And then a new podcast popped up called Joints and Joysticks that will feature Big Johnny D and Cameron Miller from Comics and Kaijus. And we picked our first episode, and that'll feature
I think Chad will really like that pick, by the way.
Yes, a somewhat playthrough, kind of like a summary, a retrospective audio episode, and a video episode. And that will round out episode 1's content of Cold Fear for the PS2 and PC. That is pretty much Resident Evil 4 on a boat. So, yeah.
Yeah. Icy Boat.
I've played that.
Have you? I figured it would be really up your alley, dude. Like,
Oh god, I
dude
forgot
with the
that
orange
game
vest and
existed.
shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll definitely have to have Chad do an audio clip for the audio retrospective.
Right.
Oh shit, I haven't. Oh, I haven't thought
Chad
about
needs to
that in
take
a
a
long
stroll down fucking memory lane, dude. Watch a couple YouTube vids.
It's on PC and it looks. Mwah,
Is
when
it
you play.
really?
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
$10 on the Steam store.
Wow. Hold on a fucking second.
And it definitely runs really good on modern computers. There's like full HD playthroughs.
Okay, because that's what I was going to ask you if it was going to be a driver issue, if I was going to have to install anything being an older game like that. But that is phenomenal. And all right. Anyways,
Because
the ship isn't. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't the ship like a Russian?
yes,
or
yes,
something? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
yes.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
It's,
Yeah, I
it's
remember that.
funny because Cameron's like, we need to pick games that we both can like.
that we
He's
can
like,
all
well,
play.
all I could do is PS2, and I was like, well, Johnny and I are primarily PC gamers these days. I said, or Switch. So I said we have to have games that either are ported to Switch or are currently on PC. So the Silent Hill games are going to be difficult for us to start off with until we get those figured out with emulators and stuff for John and I. So why we have to find games to start out. So let's fucking find like this rando ass game that kind of fits the whole fucking genre of what we're going for anyway. So I did some research and this fucking game popped up. And I was like, okay, it fits the criteria. PS2, which Cam's like, I'll play him on my PS2 because I still got it and I still play it all the time. Okay, weirdo.
I'm like, I have one there, but there's such a layer of dust on mine right now, dude. Like,
Yeah. And I was like, but it has to have PC ports. And I was like, oh, okay, what does this have? And I looked up and I was like, oh, it looks great. And yeah, so that will definitely be coming soon. And I plan to like bundle, like episodes are going to be like weeks in advance, and just like really want to well thought out this stuff. Like audio audio versions of things are going to be dropped.
Well, especially
versions.
especially if the three of us really need playthroughs on it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we got to give it time in between each one, even if like we're not going to beat the game.
Because it's not
Gotta
like a
get some
movie.
hours
We
in.
have to play a fucking game now.
Right. Like, and I would think like you'd have to. I mean, you guys could obviously chime in.
It's going to be an episode a month, essentially, is what we're going to go for. But it's going to be a month full of content. Like, we're going to record what we're doing research-wise. Yeah.
So
That's awesome. That is really awesome.
dude, and that game was such a like he threw that like he sent it to us this morning, dude. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, holy fuck, man! I remembered it. I never played it, but I was just like, wow, man, that's going back to some days right there. Like, it was one I always wanted to try too.
Yeah, because like the things, the monsters, whatever the fuck you want to call them, they're like really disturbing.
Mm-hmm. And it has the whole water aspect to it as well, which kind of adds people who have hydrophobia. It gives you it. So it's like, yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Anyway, moving back to Jean Carpentier.
Back with it.
Yeah.
The film pays tribute to the work of seminal horror writer H.P. Lovecraft with many references to his stories and themes. Its title is a play on the Lovecraft novella At the Mountains of Madness, and insanity plays a great role in the film as it does in Lovecraft's fiction. The opening scene depicts Trent's confinement to an asylum, with the bulk of the story told in flashback, a common technique of Lovecraft. References made to Lovecraftian settings and details, such as a character that shares the name of Lovecraft's Pickman family. Sutter Kane's novels have similar titles to H.P. Lovecraft stories. The Whisperer in the Dark is The Whisper in the Darkness. The Thing in the Basement, The Thing on the Doorstep. Haunter Out of Time, Haunter of the Dark / The Shadow Out of Time, and the Hobbs End Horror, The Dunwich Horror. The later also referencing Hobbs End Underground Station from Quatermass in the Pit.
Damn.
Ah.
So a lot of those titles were rip-offs of H.P. Lovecraft directly. The Mrs. Pickman creature was shot as a miniature. Originally, it was a man in a suit prosthetic, but John Carpenter didn't find it convincing enough.
Hey, do you have a note in there about the dolly creature?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
The wall of monsters at the end was not several monsters being controlled individually. Instead, it was one single special effect that was attached to a wheel-like wheelbase and had to be pushed along with a crank. During the filming of the scene, the wall of monsters accidentally ran over Greg Nicotero's foot, and he had to be taken to a nearby hospital.
Now we're talking about the one that's actually like chasing Sam.
Yeah, that's very similar to the effect you would see in Hellraiser 2.
So
no, Hellraiser 1.
Hellraiser 1 with
I honestly thought that was just numerous creatures. I did not realize that was.
I thought it was until I saw the one in the kind of back, the largest one.
Really?
And the way it was moving, and I was like, "Oh, that's a fucking dolly work." Like, I was like cool with it, and then I was like, "Oh, okay." So it's just the way that thing was moving was such like a fucking straight line, and everything else was bouncing. I think it was bouncing because, like he said, everything was attached.
Right.
And I think that was the main device.
I mean, either way,
It's still
right? Those are always the worst moments in any game or anything like that, dude, when you're just stuck in a tunnel with no way to defend yourself. And there's just like
Resident Evil perspective changes, fixed cameras, whenever they fucking switch them into later games and you're running back.
Oh,
Fuck
dude,
that.
that's the worst, man. Then because like that's where my ass always is just like, oh, 180, run into whatever's killing. Like, like, fuck, what the? Don't do that.
Keep going, Poppy.
Okay, John Carpenter has a brief cameo in the film as an asylum patient at the beginning of the film. When Trent is shouting, "I'm not insane" throughout the asylum, the camera pans past Carpenter, who shouts, "Me neither."
Oh, he's the first one.
He's the first
No
one.
shit.
He is notorious for going into his own movies for a small snippet.
Dude, I feel like I need to definitely rewatch this now just for like the extra little stuff, not even like questioning the movie in itself. Oh shit.
I personally love his non-cameo cameo in the first Halloween. The scene where Michael's hiding behind the hedge.
Oh yeah, and
And the cigarette smoke is in the scene.
Bro.
Knew it.
Exactly. Lights around it and everything.
How does he do these things that quick?
because
He is sharp. He is sharp. The inscription on the doors to the Black Church reads, "Let these doors be sealed by our Lord God, and let any who dare enter this unholy site be damned forever."
Mm.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Yeah, right.
Despite being set in and with heavy reference to New York, Sam Neill speaks with his natural New Zealand accent, most notably when he says the word "them" in the opening of the film, emphasizing the E as an I.
Yeah, I say you could hear his accent heavy in this movie.
Me and TJ had a conversation about that just a little bit ago, actually.
Interesting. Dude, Sam Neill is so good in this movie.
The dozens of monsters featured towards the end of the film were a combination of men in suits, animatronics, and a full-sized wall of creatures. It took over 30 people to operate the monsters.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so if you're going to put that much time into it, we should have got more shots of it.
Yeah. How much you want to bet there were more? They just couldn't. Who knows?
I mean, like, I understand you want to kind of like, you know, you don't want to give it too much, but I feel like they could have gave us a little bit more. I don't know.
Yes. I'm surprised we didn't get more.
It's kind of like Jacob's Ladder in that aspect. You only get a brief glimpse of things.
Oh, yeah. That movie kind of like, that irked me about that movie too. Like, it was a good movie, but it was a fucking weird movie.
Yeah, it is.
I haven't watched that in a fucking hot minute, dude.
Okay, so when Sutter Kane lets the monsters from the other side into our world, originally in the script, the entire town was sucked into the other side. When this proved to be too costly, an effects artist over at ILM recommended that instead he tears himself apart like paper.
Actually, that fits more because of he's a novel writer.
Right.
That fits a little bit better to begin with for him.
And I hate to say it, but we're going to have to discuss everybody's interpretation of the ending. We're gonna have to go into spoilers.
I was kind of hoping we were going to.
But let me finish. I got a couple. At the end of the film, when Sam Neill approaches the movie theater showing the metafilm, the following credits can be seen, though some names are slightly blurred on the movie poster. It says New Line Cinema presents a John Carpenter film, In the Mouth of Madness, starring John Trent, Linda Stiles, Jackson Harlow, written by Michael DeLuca, associate producer artist W. Robinson, director of photography Gary B. Kibb, production designer Jeff Ginn, produced by Sandy King, director Carpenter.
Gary Kibb, known for what else? Gore and More other films. What other Gore and More films has he done? I know he's John Carpenter's B Squad, if you want to call him that, because everyone's B Squad to Gundy. Just IMO, you know.
True.
You got a point.
Dude, if he had Cundy on this, dude, this movie would have.
I don't think Cundy would literally. He'd probably just listen to this and just get the biggest chub because we suck him off harder than anyone. Oh, he did. They Live. He did. They Live.
He did. They Live. He did. Prince of
Escape
Darkness.
from L.A. Okay, so he has his own creds, but he's no Cundy, the beard. Yeah.
Okay, so after Sutter Kane says, "Did I ever tell you my favorite color is blue?" It's realized that throughout the entire movie, whenever an actor has a close-up, their eyes are blue, proving Sutter Kane's power.
Actually, that I did not notice.
Well, it's not only they have blue eyes, but they like have those weird like
Double vision almost.
Double vision.
Great too.
All right, so that's all I got on behind-the-scenes stuff, guys.
All right.
Okay, so put that curtain back and let's get on with the show. So things are kind of different. We actually don't do Johnny's question anymore. We leave that for the end. What format and how? And did you watch it on? I did Amazon Video. Did the old HD rental?
Correct. Same here.
But I think I might pick up the Scream Factory release.
Ooh, very nice.
Not a bad choice. Not a bad choice at all. How'd you say it, Bobby?
On demand.
Of course.
That's
Bobby's
on
go-to.
demand.
I know, man.
Hey, if it ain't there, then I go elsewhere.
Right. No, man, and I noticed on Prime too. It was cheaper than usually. It was only $2.99, not the $3.99. I don't know why. And for the high def.
I know it was the same price, standard def and high def.
Yeah, it was. I was like, okay, cool, sweet.
Cool, I'll take it.
This would be a nice one to pick up though, because I would like to rewatch it for sure.
Not only that,
quality was mwah. Like,
well, not only that, I'm sure on that Scream Factory, there's got to be some really good shit on there.
right. Yeah, man, I thought the audio was good. I thought the quality was clean as hell.
Oh
Like,
yeah, it was great.
Did I bring up the diploma bullshit that I figured out? The dress to kill bullshit that I talked about?
Dress to Kill, no.
So the American release of Brian De Palma's Giallo slasher noir classic, Dress to Kill. The Region A Blu-ray is only mono audio.
Shitty.
Right? And it's Criterion, Chad. Suck that one. Riddle me that, Batman.
It doesn't make any sense.
Of all fucking films, Brian De Palma's.
Yeah. Weird.
That's very weird.
You think?
So, who would we say is the DB of the movie? The douchebaggery.
Be honest with you.
Right.
Like, or the girl Styles.
Yeah, but was it really her fault if she was written that way?
That's true. No.
That's kind of a tough call. I mean, can we really call anybody the douche of the movie?
I mean, Sutter would. I would have to say Sutter just because he's the one who opened the doors.
I mean, Trent. Yeah, but Trent was kind of a D-bag at the beginning of the movie too. So
Trent definitely has some fucking women issues. That is.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
I mean, you know what? You could almost say he would, in normal circumstances, he would be the douchebag in this, like in the, you know, whatever realm we're talking.
Okay, so in the beginning of the movie, when he's talking to that guy, he's doing the insurance investigating.
Ooh, can I side note even on that scene real quick?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
That
I need to
guy,
blow my nose. I'll be back.
blow it, baby, blow it hard.
Blow it good.
So that guy who was interrogating, like sweating his ass off, he's been in They Live. He was in Prince of Darkness, and was he in anything else, Carpenter?
LA.
I don't know, but that's why he looked so fucking familiar.
Bro, so if literally they had him in The Thing, he would have been in all 3 Apocalypse movies, though.
That would have been great,
right? Like that would have been the weird common flow.
Yeah.
Is just that weird, that dude.
Escape from LA. This.
Yeah, well, because
Dark.
there's a lot of actors in this movie that I recognized from, like, so the guy in interviewing Trent, like the doctor that comes when Trent's in the cell. I was just like, oh shit, that's the fucking scientist from TMN2.
Real quick, he was the original choice for Freddy Krueger.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ooh, that would have been interesting. But I liked him as a scientist in TMNT too.
That guy's been in a lot of things too.
Right.
The Omen was one of his first ones, I think.
Yeah, that's true. But it was just funny because like I was just like and then obviously you got. So okay, where do you guys recognize the old lady from behind the counter from? Because she's been in a million fucking things. Happy Gilmore for you.
That's
really?
It. Yeah, his grandmother.
Chad, really? God damn it! I figured you would have been with me, dude. Seinfeld. Give me the bag, you old lady. Dude, she's the fucking yeah. And then she shows up at fucking Del Boca Vista later on in the series.
God, the marbled rye lady.
Yep, she's the fucking Marvel Rye lady, dude. Like my wife and I were laughing our ass off because when she showed up, that's the first thing I said. I was like, "Give me the bag, you old lady."
Oh, shut up, you old bag.
Yeah, that's what it is. Shut up, you old bag. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh shit.
So many good things, dude. Feel better now, Poppy? Nice and clean.
Yeah, I forgot to take my allergy meds, and I was leaking.
Oh,
hey.
I thought you sounded off, but no. Okay, so going back, he's doing the insurance investigation. He's talking to the guy, and then afterwards, he's saying, you know, he was talking to the guy's wife.
Yes,
and she was like really, really nice to him, really interested in him. Do you think he slept with the guy's wife?
I totally think he did, dude.
I wouldn't doubt that. Because I thought that too, because I'm like, he really knows.
There was that tone in his voice, like he was just like, yeah, I totally slid her the D because I let her know that you were cheating.
In which case, I would have to give douche the movie to Trent.
Like I said, dude, in any other circumstance, I feel like he would be kind of the douche, dude.
Check the louder chat.
He's just, oh
this
god,
just happened in real time. I just got the confirmation.
Oh shit, you're gonna have to add me back to that, by the way, dude.
Yes.
All right. Anyways.
Puppy.
You guys are gonna have to clue me in on this.
Oh, I got a dog. My mom just went and finished the deposit on it.
Aw.
Yeah.
Aw.
I know it's a little blurry, but
it's a puppy.
Have fun with that, brother. Oh man, the potty training of a puppy. I do not miss that.
I got to tell you, man, we got really lucky with our dog. There was like no problems whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's good.
Like there was maybe 2 or 3 accidents since we got him, and that was it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's
So
really well trained.
where are we at, guys?
So we were at douchebag.
Yeah, we're still
discussing that. We're still discussing that because, as Chad mentioned, Trent can honestly be the lead for douchebag given the circumstances. Like, okay, if shit really wasn't freaking out and he was still acting the way he was, just like punching bitches and shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, dude, when he told the old lady from Seinfeld to fucking fuck off, I died laughing, dude.
Yo. Who was that David Cronenberg generic looking motherfucker? Was he the guy from Silence of the Lambs?
Are you talking about the guy who? Wait, which one?
The one that has the head that's shaped like this. What the fuck?
Are you talking about the guy that was in the cell, the doctor that is interviewing him?
Yeah. No. The guy that's like, he plays that normal fucking insane asylum guy.
John Glover?
Is that his name?
Yeah. What's his name? Lionel Luthor from Smallville.
Yeah, that's his name.
Oh my!
He was also the bad guy's dad in fucking Shazam.
And
Gremlins too.
And, yep.
Daniel Clamp. Thank you.
Yeah, he got it on with the gremlin, dude. He was the
No,
first
no,
guy.
that was the other guy. That was the other guy.
Oh, yeah. But wait, wasn't he in this, dude? Wasn't he the guy with the fucking weird hair?
He was also in the movie Scrooged.
Like right in the beginning? Yes, he was, dude. And I love that movie. That is literally my favorite Christmas movie.
Bobby out of nowhere with the Christmas knowledge for somebody that hates it so much.
Hey, man.
He does
was
not
a
hate
Scrooge,
it.
man.
Listen, I can't.
Fucking Brody.
They just punch with the face.
Anyway,
Douche of the movie, yeah.
Trent. I'm just gonna go with Trent because as much as it is like he could be, shouldn't be, he's got an attitude, which I like.
Fair enough.
Yeah. He was pretty douchebaggery, even though shit was going down.
Yeah.
All right. So
Favorite kill, motherfuckers.
Ooh.
We only really saw 2 deaths in this.
Yeah.
And they were both like.
I do like the
action
crowd axing. The crowd axing's pretty fucking sweet.
The lead, yeah, that was.
Oh yeah, I did forget about that. I'm gonna go with that one, even though that was like a dream. I think I'll go with that one.
Chad, I like your Captain America shirt.
Thanks, man. See,
right? Yeah.
What do we got? What are we repping today? We got Gutter Garbs up there with Amon.
Yeah.
And then we got the Walmart special with Jay Dran.
Right. Yeah. Good old $7.
Hey man, I saw that and I was like, "There's a Jaws one too, my dude."
I saw that, but they didn't have any big boy sizes anymore. It was just mediums and larges. I was like, "Damn."
Hey, I was thinking today, it'd be a really cool joints and joystick shirt. It saw that TeePublic can do front and back. What if we did like a Dead Space homage shirt that says USS Ishimura Mining Crew, and on the back we have the health bar?
Ooh.
Yeah, that'd be rad, right?
That would be pretty rad.
I feel like the health bar would almost have to also look like a bong.
Oh, that'd be funny as shit.
Interesting. All right. So to carry on with this, favorite kill. Man, this is tough.
I guess.
Can I say? I'm going to say the old lady killing her husband. I mean, we got a lot of axe chopping in this movie.
Yeah, we do.
Regardless of the kills. But I like that one just because she was a weird tentacle monster.
Rest in peace to that poor diner window.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
That fucking diner didn't stand a chance. I'm going to agree with Johnny on this one.
The old lady?
Yeah.
Squid lady?
Squid lady.
She had the octopus wall.
We got a lot of cool locations in this film.
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
We got a video store. That's awesome. That's rad as fuck. We got a video store in 90s Ford. That's fucking rad.
Dude,
wait, where was the video? Where was the video store?
Isn't that where that kid saw him, or is that a bookstore? That was a bookstore.
That was a bookstore.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, when his eyes were already bleeding after fucking reading like the first page. Oh
happens.
man, yeah, right. Well, they said
You never read a Lovecraft book, like
Listen, dude, I don't know about you, but that just happens when I read anything for more than 5 fucking minutes.
Fair enough.
That's why they make movies.
Anybody favorite kill? Anybody that hasn't commented yet?
No, like I said, old lady. Squidopus.
Squidopus, excuse me?
Squidopus.
Best scene, motherfuckers. Oh. I do like that that like whole effect of the page ripping and it being like, yeah, it's really cool.
Oh, the doorway, like him ripping it.
Yeah, that's pretty gnarly.
I think my
cool
favorite
concept.
I think my scene is when he keeps going back into town and running into the mob, no matter what he tries. Yeah. Like, I'm glad he stopped at 3 because I was like, all right, we're done here. But
the Holy Trinity, he couldn't go anymore after that.
Right. I'm glad he did ram through them after that, but I'm surprised he almost stopped for Styles because I figured he would have gave up on her at that point. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, she was already like completely insane. So.
Right. And that was already after he like duffed her and she tried to eat the keys, wasn't it? Like
Yeah.
And I think that was like the 3rd duffing. Dude, he hit her a bunch in this movie, man.
If you want to see a movie where there's an excessive amount of slapping of faces, The Editor. That movie is entire like a homage to Giallo films. So every time like a character greets another character, it's hello, and they slap each other. It's fucking,
dude,
it's funny
I
as
can't
shit.
watch that. I'll be in tears the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
I'm crying, dude. Like,
there's a dinner scene where they greet each other and they each take turns smacking the shit out of each other.
That's gonna be us.
See, listen, say what you want, man. That is like my favorite thing in any slapstick comedy is a good old face slap.
And a cool thing about that movie, like a fourth of it was shot with DSLR cameras.
DSL?
R?
Oh, what?
Sorry, what?
I'm sorry. What?
Keep going. Keep it going.
So,
Keep it going.
Did everybody say scene?
No, I'm actually going to say the actual ending of the film when he goes into watch In the Mouth of Madness.
The
I guess that
whole
was-
combination to it. Okay.
My favorite when he's running away from the monsters.
That was sweet. I just
Pretty
wish you
rad.
got more monster shot.
I know.
But
Like Mick said, you spent $30,000 on your giant rubber monster and you're going to show it for 5 fucking seconds? Well, yeah, that's the point of horror, isn't it?
yes, but still, like, give me more. Like, I'm not even asking for like full on, like give me some like crazy, gross, just like slimy shots. You know what I mean? Like before you show like the whole monster. So I don't know.
A lot of times, the reason they don't show the whole thing or show it
Tease
for
me
very
a little
long
bit
is
more.
because it can't be pulled off very convincingly.
Fair enough.
That's why you only get brief glimpses.
A couple of pictures of the monsters in the chats in a couple of minutes. So keep going.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. TJ, and you said for your best scene,
Didn't I say it already?
you said monsters.
Bobby
No,
said
did-
monster.
Bobby said monsters. You said
Fuck, what did I say?
I don't think you said anything.
I don't think you've chosen yet, sir. Choose wisely.
Fucking armpits itchier than all hell. Holy shit.
It's all them crosses,
It is.
Yeah, they're burning.
right?
They're irritating my skin.
There's this weird natural burn. Just
It burns. It burns.
I'm trying to think.
right.
Boys.
I'd have to say. No, I did say that. I did say my best scene, assholes. I said it was the tearing effect.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
you
yeah, okay.
totally
Yeah.
fucking did.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Opening scene is
The
Sam.
opening scene is him getting dragged into the insane asylum and kicking the guy in the nuts.
Yep. Yeah.
Totally.
With a really
yeah, I'd
cool
say so.
shot of the fucking hallway and just like how monstrous it is, like, and depressing, I guess, at the same time. You just see the long corridor of fucking doors. But that dude, okay, so let me ask you, the dude in the beginning with the hair that looked like he stuck his finger in an electric socket, wasn't he the dude from fucking Gremlins 2?
Yes.
Okay.
the new batch.
The new
Oh,
batch.
speaking of that, Billy's coming back, and I promise you that.
I can't wait.
I watched Black Christmas last night, and I was so inspired. As soon as she picked up that phone, I was like, Oh, I missed you. Oh, I missed you.
Oh man, I know, dude. It's been
TJ
a
was
year.
He messaged me about it, and he's like, "Oh, Billy's coming back." I'm like, I'm not sure if that was my favorite voice of yours or it was the inbred cannibal redneck.
That one sounds a lot.
What movie did I use that on? Was it The Hills Have Eyes?
I think it was.
Okay. I think I was trying to talk like Bruno's what is it? Pluto's
Jupiter?
brother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jupiter. Oh shit.
So one of these days I'll go back and make a montage of all the fucking voices I've used.
Because we're gonna need a montage.
Rings.
Gonna need a montage. All right. So opening scene, I would say yes for sure. We get nut kick.
That definitely hooked me in.
It kind of set the tone for the movie and introduced you to the character, like the character you're about to like witness, be driven into the mouth of madness. Just saying.
Right.
So.
And I love the meta-ness of this whole movie of just like they don't give a flying fuck. Like titles all in there. Like all I could think of was that Peter Griffin thing. It was like, I love when they say the name of the movie in the movie.
Every time I see a movie where they do that, I look at my wife and she knows exactly what I'm thinking. And she's like, no.
You're just going to say, you're like, hey, Lois.
Hey, Lois.
Oh, shit. So we are on to the biggest question. Best tits, hottest girl, best dick.
Jurassic Park.
I'm going to have to give Sam Neill for the most handsome.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to give fucking what's her tits there for she was pretty hot till she got all tentacly.
Yeah, she was all right.
Yeah,
listen, man, I like the dark-haired women, so
I do too, but that's an all right.
She's no Bev D.
I was just gonna say that. Literally just gonna say that. Damn it.
But no, yes,
there's women in these movies, but there's nobody as reckless and as slutty as Bev D.
I don't know. We've seen some pretty slutty ones. Reckless.
Nobody will leave their kid to be eaten by bears.
Okay, I'll give you that. I will give you that. But I think we've seen sluttier.
But leaves their kids to be eaten by bears to run and get
dick. And while she's working out, she's just letting him play in the fucking lake, like
in the fucking lake.
Yeah. She's kind of watching him, but not really. Like
she's over here, like I want to get some. Don't worry about the kid.
That's why she's working out so hard, man. She's just ready. She's just on that.
Hey, Steve's here doing the best that he is. I'm late.
The shitty part is there are actually a lot of women around here that are like that, mother-wise.
That's sad.
Yeah.
TJ can attest to that.
I'm sure there's a lot of girls in New Bethlehem that are late with their period. Oh, boom. There we go.
Moving on.
What?
But yeah, she's no Bev D.
No.
Yeah.
That is so did the
one of these
score.
days we're gonna have to sit here and do a retrospect to find out who was the hottest / best tits out of any movie that we've reviewed.
Oh God.
Oh man, dude. I mean, right off the bat, I'm gonna have to say the redhead from Bordello of Blood, but that's just because she's like
Jesus Christ.
What?
We haven't done okay, for one, we haven't done Sorority House Massacre that has 2 porn stars in it.
So
we've all seen
listen, I'm just saying, like, out of all the ones we did, that she was the first one that popped in my head. I don't know.
I think that's a Jim Wynorski film, isn't it, Chad?
What's that?
Sorority House Massacre. I believe that's the same as it'd be the same series as Slumber Party.
Ooh.
It'd be the massacre.
That sounds like it could be right.
Yeah. Gremlin Eve Painter would know a Wynorski film.
Ah,
okay. That's a question for the Ghoulies and Flush guys. You just released episode 3. Shout out to those gents.
Hell yeah.
Big cocks and accents over there.
You know what?
Big
you know
cocks
what else?
and accents. What?
You should look for their merch, dude, because they got some pretty sweet merch.
Yeah, their merch is pretty cool.
So who else would have some pretty sweet merch that we could possibly talk about?
Yeah, who would?
Merch.
He was like, "You fuckers, you didn't even put your glasses on, everybody."
Oi, you.
Fucking love this one.
You cunt. You want to know why you look like a drop pie? Well, that's because you're not wearing any Project Ladder merch, you fucking goddamn lousy son of a bitch. How about you do us all a goddamn favour? Parker, pull your fucking head in, visit the website over at projectlouder.net, click on the merch tab, and most of all, tell yourself you're sick of looking like an asshole. Grab some of that merch, treat yourself to a nice cold frothy, and start being the mad cunt we both know you truly are before I stab you in the face with a soldering iron.
I was hoping
Cheers,
John would
cunts.
pick up why I took his video off there.
Oh, I was picking up what you put down.
Oh no, are you guys fucking bringing back the kettle chips?
What? No.
Do you like
First of all, I wish I had something like
He's doing what I'm doing.
Stuff for you. Check out their selection of horror-themed props, pins, busts, action figures, collectibles, and more. You can find them on Facebook and Instagram. Be sure to visit cabin13.com and buy something, or I'll kill you.
Marcio Charlie's Horror Costume Studios. Premium hand-sculpted latex masks, busts, and hoods. Everything is handmade and painted by Marcio himself. Be sure to check out his wide range and selection of products over at Facebook and Instagram at Horror Costume Studios.
Oh, hello. Do you know about Project Louder? Well, let me tell you. Project Louder is home to 16 of the finest podcasts a nerd could possibly procure. They have a show for everyone. Whether you're into horror films, modeling comics, 90s kid shows, or that weird tentacle-filled subgenre you search for at 3 in the morning.
Mouth
So
of
head on
Madness.
over to projectlouder.net and treat yourself to something truly exquisite.
Graveyard Classics. Horror-themed tees and posters, professional in-house screen printing, and Jaclay prints. Powered by Death Style Art and Graphics. Go see what you can dig up over at graveyardclassics.net.
Come on down to Mask by Lance, premium Friday the 13th custom-made hockey mask down there in Tennessee by Lance McKinney. Find him on Facebook and Instagram over at Mask by Lance. Go order one now, boy. Yee-hoo!
And we're back. That was a message from your proud sponsors of the Gore N More podcast and the Project Louder podcasting network. So on with episode 113 of the Gore N More podcast, of course. So moving on to favorite character.
So
I know John's favorite.
Sutter Kane.
Sutter Kane's pretty cool.
So
There's Johnny's favorite. Vigo the Carpathian, baby.
So
he is like the buzzing of flies to you. Although he couldn't even handle his fucking daughter in this one. She knifed his face.
Oh, this gentleman's a little bit right.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw him on screen, like, he is Vigo.
That's right. He is Vigo.
I like the buzzing of flies to him.
I went through the whole same spiel, dude.
When I first saw this, I'm like, I know that fucking face. And I
Bro.
watched those two, I'm like, oh shit.
Like, he's got his hair back in the first scene he's in, but then in the later scene when it's down, it's like if you weren't sure before, you definitely sure there.
Oh yeah.
He was definitely suffering some Carpathian kitten loss in this movie.
Oh, hardcore.
Happens to the most of us, man.
Vigo. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, man. That movie, when he was the big head over the slime when I was a little kid, that used to scare the shit out of me, dude. Like,
it was pretty
like
creepy.
that first scene too, when his head bubbles out, dude, and like, and Janos is just like he's trying to yeah. No, like, he doesn't even notice, like he was just like flirting with Dana and she walks away, dude, and then the head bubbles out to look at Janos. Like, I don't know, man. That shit used to always creep me out as a fucking kid, dude. But anyways, what is your favorite characters, gentlemen? I said mine.
I said mine.
Yeah, he did. He said Sutter Kane.
Yeah.
Sutter Kane.
Was what was coming out of Sutter Kane's head there, by the way, when he was touching up all on what's her name there?
It was
that
just some kind of monster thing? Yeah.
I was gonna say, was that? I just didn't know if it was like his own form, but like,
Well,
in
it
his
was a
new
little head
twisted
padre.
monster.
It was a little head padre.
And I didn't know if it was also maybe a nod to what the hell is the old dude that? It's an old story, but the guy that was born with two heads.
Oh
Like
yeah, I
that.
know what you mean.
The head told him like to do demonic shit and everything like that, supposedly.
Wasn't that Harry Potter?
What?
You know what? It might.
Yes, actually, but not what I was speaking of.
It might be a tumor.
It might.
It's not a tumor.
Thank you.
At all.
Not a tumor.
Okay, fucking scary. Wasn't scary?
I just noticed what Brody said there at the bottom.
Yeah. I mean, he ain't wrong. He ain't wrong, and there's no way that Lance can prove it. It's simple as that. So, Lance, if you're listening, bro, you probably should. If you don't, you suck. Like, explain to your loyal customers why, like, these fucking raffles are rigged as, like, shit, man. Like, I'm sure there's, like, I mean, it has to be some sort of conspiracy.
I don't know. I would doubt that, but then there was that time both the Cabin 13 boys won. So
you know what it was?
What was it?
It was the mail in. It was
the mail in voting.
It was the mail. It was the mail in spots. That's what it was.
You guys said that's why I didn't win. Fuck.
Hey, Bobby, your spot hasn't just arrived there yet. That's why it was never put in.
Well, then it better fucking get there.
It was signed up as one of the other guys' spots.
They're padding the spots with dead people.
The Texas Illuminati.
No, I put in the girl from the Return of the Living Dead.
Fucking
God.
dead.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you,
guys.
Scuba. Thank you, Scoobs. Edward Mordrake. That's who it was.
Was it scary, guys? I'd say this movie was probably one of the scarier films we've actually watched on this show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's definitely a mental mindfuck.
Uh-huh.
so yes. I would.
I think it's described as more of a psychological film to begin with.
Mhm.
Right. Like, it's definitely not. And I don't think. I mean,
Normally, we
did talk
tend to deal with physical things on the show.
Yeah.
Right. And that usually doesn't blemish us too bad.
So, does it hold up today? I'd say it does rather
Yeah.
well, especially being a
Absolutely.
95 film, right before the treachery that is everything that Chad dreads and hates. This film really stands out in a time where horror really wasn't shining.
No. That's a very true statement. I mean, you think mid 90s horror, man, that's a weird.
Again, we don't
rough
really have to
patch.
get into it.
Hey, you know what though? Well, no, that was 97. I was like, listen, man, I still like Wishmaster, even though that was weird 90s horror, but
Wishmaster's okay.
yeah, that's 97. That was later 90s. So yeah,
Anyway.
I would say acting, good or bad.
I would
Oh,
say
very good.
Sam Neill
Very good.
really
Phenomenal.
Spot on.
would love to work
Mhm.
with him very much in this film.
Yeah. I mean,
He said it's one of his favorite people to work with.
Nice.
he definitely brought his A game, that's for sure.
Yeah, cinematography, again, it was a Gary Kibb film. He does really, really good work. Again, he does pretty good translations of what the story. I mean, every shot's pretty well done. There's actually some really cool shots in there. And there's a lot of dimensional things and inner workings and wall breaking going on in this film. So it's kind of hard to capture that within a shot. But I think it was pulled off rather exceptionally well. And I think that this is probably one of the more trickier films to do that. So kudos to old Kibber. You're still not a Cundy, but I'd say you earned your place in the Gore N More Hall of Fame cinematographers. So.
Would you consider him great value, Cundy, or maybe a step above that?
I'd say a step above.
Aldi's.
Wow. I was going to go A and P.
Hey man, I love all these, so I mean that's not
Like
really.
it's probably the same quality as Cundy, but like you ain't taking them home in a bag. They ain't giving you a bag at the door. It's just inconvenienced at this point. He didn't do all the cool shit that Cundy did.
So it's like
That's
diet.
a fact.
It's like Diet Cundy.
Yeah, it's
Hero-
Diet Cundy. Kib is Diet Cundy. It's Dr. Kib and Diet Cundy. It's
First of all, I love Doctor. Can we have that shirt now? Thank you, please.
Dr. Kibb.
Dr. Kibb.
I do like that. That's a good one.
Nobody would understand that except for those of you that. What?
No, that's it.
Fucking A. So, premise, boys. The premise of this is, again, it's Lovecraftian as fuck. It is fourth wall breaking. It's got some fucking swerves, some Sam Lamelon swerves, and some fourth wall swerves.
It's a mind fuck of a movie, so it's fantastic.
I love the premise.
And now this would be the time where we talk about like how we interpret the ending. I want to say that simply he ends up in the mouth of madness. The movie ends with him in the mouth of madness.
I would definitely say it's the movie that ends with him in the reality that is not a reality, but now it is.
So my question, I have a question for you gentlemen is, and would go along with this, what we're talking about. Does he really exist, or was he actually truly just written?
He was just written. That's my interpretation, and it finally clicked, especially in this viewing, because she is telling him throughout the movie exactly what happened. It all happens exactly the way she says.
Yeah,
and she told him that they were just characters in the book, and Sutter Kane told him they were just characters in the book. And at the end, when he's sitting there watching In the Mouth of Madness and seeing his own life playing out, it finally occurs to him that he literally just a character in a book,
and that's why he cracked.
Yes,
right, and that's. I'm still kind of like, I feel like it's supposed to be that, but I'm still not sure if it's just, maybe he slipped into this weird fucking reality to where he was real, but because like Sutter Kane has been like tweaking this reality this whole time.
Again,
like,
it's what the new Goosebumps movies does.
Yeah. Okay, here's why I think that he was just a character, because, and I believe was it when they were driving to find Hobbs End, or like right before that, and she's telling him that if the world reversed and the insane people outnumbered the sane people, then the sane people would be the ones that are institutionalized, and that's literally exactly what happens at the end of the film.
That is true. So, okay, I totally understand that. I mean, I interpret it as he was real, and then he became
right. Like that's kind of how I felt.
I don't think he was ever real. Let's ask Brody. What do you think?
Yeah.
What is your? Because you mentioned the swerve at the end.
I mean, Scoob watched it too.
It's his reality is the alternate reality to
his reality is only the things that is written for him.
Yeah.
His character and his personality only goes as far as it is written for him. Everything that he perceives and sees is written for him. Right. So the brief glimpse at actual reality that we get whenever he transitions into the real world is then clouded by his then forcefully introduced existence into our world that, again, isn't really shown to us until near the end of the film. Yeah, does that make sense?
I mean, that's why he's so good at what he does in the beginning, because he's written so perfectly in order to be able to, and that's why I wanted. Now that we kind of do this new format of like the bigger questions at the end, which is is nice. Like that's why that was my
this is interdimensional television, pretty much, Steve. Yeah, this is the Rick and Morty episode.
This is that movie that makes you go, oh shit! So he was
well, wubba lubba dub dub.
So
recycle, rewind, or remake, boys.
Rewind.
Oh yeah, rewind it. There's no reason.
It's
no
like
reason
Brody
not to.
said, like Brody said, it's a masterpiece. No need to remake it.
Yep.
Ari Aster can do it, and everybody can call it a masterpiece.
Fuck that. Fuck no.
This comes from my revelation that your precious Midsummer is nothing but Spinal Tap Wicker Man, and you can't change my mind,
dude. It is fucking literally Wicker Man.
Like everyone raves about it, and it's like, no, it's been done before.
No,
like, fuck
you know who raves about it? There's a certain woman that raves about it, and I probably might lose some people here. It is, dude. Like that movie sucked. It was boring. It was dumb. And
Don't watch Wicker Man. It's better. It's more enjoyable.
I've heard so many people say it's boring.
Wait, not Nick Cage Wicker Man. I'm talking OG 70s Wicker Man.
Yeah,
like that shit was good. That shit was good. And
the reason why I have Midsummer on DVD, I got it for my birthday, but the actress is really good.
I understand the modern appeal. I totally understand, but I don't think it's as good as people say it is, only because it's nothing but what that is.
Yo, all I'm going to say is the boyfriend in that movie was totally misrepresented and was played out to be a douche. But really, it was just like, yo, man, imagine if you were trying to bail on a relationship and then that shit literally happened. You couldn't fucking bail on a woman whose family just got killed and you know what I mean? Like, and dude, they drug him. They make him have sex with that little girl, dude. Like, so essentially they rape him. Like that
Wicker Man on Spinal Tap.
Yeah, literally that dude is fuck that whole movie. And they're just like, yeah, get him, girl. Like, no, fuck that whole movie, dude.
Overrated. Moving on. Probably won't ever do it. So, boys, we all can agree that we're going to rewind for this for days.
Yes.
So let's crack open into that sweet, sweet rating. Chadwick, break out the notebook, baby. I'll break out the calendar. Bobby and Monet, let's start with you handsome bastard. Huh?
4.8.
Oh, you cut out there. Okay,
I couldn't hear. It sounded like he's talking to a bucket.
Let's see. I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
Chadwick?
I'm going to go with John. I'm going to give it a 4.5.
I'll give it a 4.
Nice.
So that is a Gore N More score of 4.4.
That sounds about right. And Brody, if it has anything to do with Hereditary, I don't give a shit about that either.
Yeah.
Hereditary was literally a stealing of fucking Paranormal Activity story.
Blow it up.
I do like Hereditary. But not like to the level of, oh my God, it's so good. I like it for what it is.
You want to watch a good modern horror film? Go watch Haunt and Blood Vessel. Done.
Dude, I do need to see Blood Vessel. That looks really fucking good.
I love Haunt.
How was Trick? How was Trick? Have you
Trick
seen
is
that?
ass. Omar Epps is sweet. Jamie Kennedy's sweet, but it tries too hard.
Okay, fair enough. That yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel with that. Trick was like another Halloween-esque one where like shit goes down at a party.
Yeah, it has a huge body count, but it's not the best.
You know, another movie I watched that I also feel the same way was Nick Cage's new one, Color Out of Space.
I think that it was just.
Hang on a sec, guys. I'll be right back.
It's just Mandy did it better, and everything that film did better.
And
the movie's a good Lovecraft adaptation, but it's not as good as Mandy. It has everything that's going on in Mandy. So
yeah, but and there was just, I don't know. I didn't like Nick Cage in it as much as I liked him in Mandy. Like his freakouts in this one, and granted, I know everybody was trying to like tweak out, like is tweaking from the alien and shit like that. And it's kind of fitting also with this episode too. It was another fucking Lovecraftian movie, but like I feel like they literally just paid Nick Cage for that movie for his 2 freakouts. They were like, we just need Nick Cage's like pure craziness for like 2 good scenes.
If the job's there and there's a perfect guy to fill it, I mean,
the dude went bankrupt, man. He's got to get that. He's got to fucking.
I have that movie Primal that he did. It's Nick Cage, a leopard, and him on a boat, and it's fucking awesome. It's rad.
Yeah.
I bought it on DVD, Blu-ray. Actually, I bought it on Blu-ray for $5. It's fucking super fun to watch.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
okay, so
go ahead, Jay.
Just to recap, we did say 4.4 for this movie, right?
Yeah, puppy.
Okay, I had to go back out and get my notes.
So, guys, I will transition us into the end of the sequel era. Well, the end of this year. So the last 4 episodes of this year will be our Christmas picks, allowing us to full transition into season 3. Like I said, the real full transition was Bloodhook on. Will be at the beginning of season 3. And then we will now begin Christmas movies and then transitioning into the part 3s of films and then next year's picks. And then, Chad, you want to reveal the secret themes of the picks for next year?
I could do that. Actually, that's another reason I went out there. So I had each of us, and Bobby, I still need your picks, by the way, buddy.
Yes.
So we each needed.
Bobby looks so confused.
A zombie movie, a werewolf movie, a horror comedy, and a movie from the 70s, 80s, 90s, the 2000s, and the 2010s.
Okay. How many did you need from me again right now?
8 total. Just get them to me whenever, buddy.
Yes.
All right.
So those will be the movies moving on for next year, and then we will mix those with our picks that we have already done for the sequels.
Does anybody want Do you want me to reveal the movies we have so far? Or do you want to keep it secret?
We could probably talk about a couple of our picks. So let's talk about our Christmas picks first. So next episode is Christmas Evil, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll get to see Mommy doing a little bit more than kissing Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And that'll be fucking rad. Chad, I think this is a Chadwick Christmas pick.
Is this your pick, Chad?
Yeah, actually it is.
And you can find this
I've
on
never
Vudu.
seen it, so
You can find it on
it's for
Vudu
free on
free
Vudu.
right now. And it's also on Hulu, Amazon, Showtime, all the other good shit. So not a hard one to find.
After that, the following week, we have
Silent Night
Silent Night
2012.
remake.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we have the remake of the second episode of Gore N More. And
Yeah.
this is going to be fun. This is a modern film, and it's definitely different from the other films in the franchise. Fun fact, Brian Usna not directed, but produced and directed Silent Night, Deadly Night 4 and 5.
Ooh.
Yes. Anyway, and then the week after that, we have, is it 2006's Black Christmas?
Correct.
Yes. Okay, so Billy will be making a return. Well, the character of Billy with my voice. And we will be getting a freak out that could rival one of Nick Cage's. And then finishing off the Christmas season, we have
Johnny's pick, Rare Exports.
Rare Exports.
Going with a little foreign pick there.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that yet?
I have not.
I watched it last year for the first time. I hope you guys enjoy it. I think you will. I think that was a 2011, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah.
And that's an anthology movie, right?
No.
No.
It is a Krampus. It's another Krampus movie,
Kinda.
but a totally different style Krampus.
It's
Okay,
like people working at a fucking like a shipping station, right?
Okay,
No.
cool.
It's a family in like the Norwegian fucking.
Oh, that's
wilderness.
right. Now I remember.
Yeah. But you're thinking about their part there's a whole building thing on the mountain.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't want to talk anymore because we'll do that in 4 weeks.
Okay. So moving on into January. What does January look like, Chad?
I don't think
I haven't written this.
I would say we don't
made
have-
this schedule yet 'cause-
Okay. So
'cause I'm
what
still
will be
waiting
the
for
theme
Bobby's
for
pick.
January?
Well,
Ooh.
do you want to start with our werewolf or zombie? How do you guys want to do this?
Boys,
we're
we can
doing
declare
full
that
chunks,
now.
huh?
Are we doing our werewolf or zombie picks first?
Does anybody got a
You wanna do
coin?
werewolf?
I got a
Werewolf.
coin.
So what of
All
our
right, werewolf it is.
out of our werewolf picks or move? Yeah. What are they?
I would say if we have Underworld in there and that's not the transition, I'm gonna be pissed.
That would be up to Bobby because Johnny picked American Werewolf in London.
You're welcome, by the way.
TJ has an excellent pick for a werewolf movie,
What?
Monster Squad.
Nice. Wolfman's got darts. Yeah,
And-
dude. That didn't even come on
and-
my radar when he said that.
I didn't think about it either until he said that, and then
so good.
I picked The Howling for that sweet full frontal shot.
Which that was actually going to be my first pick, but Chad already claimed that one. So, and not to sway Bobby's vote, but it actually almost kind of fit in with TJ's pick. I was potentially going to pick Wolf Cop, but because
you wait, baby, you wait. We're getting some fucking wait for my zombie pick.
okay. I was going to say I had to give it. I finally had because Heather's been fucking bugging us for about almost a year now for that. So I would give it up for that.
By the way, TJ, which one is your zombie pick? Because technically,
he's got a.
yeah, I don't know if I want to reveal it all.
Actually, no. My comedy pick. My comedy
your
pick,
comedy pick.
can't also be a zombie flick technically.
Oh yeah,
what,
yeah.
What was your comedy pick?
All my
Did he-
films have zombies in them. Every single fucking film I picked is zombie centric.
Are you going what we talked about before? What you were thinking your theme for your own?
They're all fucking Romero. Every
There you go.
fucking film. I
Even
did.
the crazies.
Even the crazies. Like you did the crazies, we're doing the crazies remake too. That's my 2010s pick.
Oh, that's what you. Okay, because I was gonna say
Romero produced it. Romero produced it. I could still fucking do it.
I was gonna say I thought I picked 70s.
Okay. Can I just? Do you want me to just go over the list
Do
of what
it.
we all have?
Do it.
then?
Fuck it. Why not?
Okay. Big Johnny's pick for a zombie, Night of the Creeps. Werewolf, American Werewolf in London. Comedy, Stan Helsing. 70s, The Crazies. 80s, Creep Show. 90s, Tremors. 2000s, The Hills Run Red. And the 2010s, The Void.
That may be subject to change, but I still do love it.
That is a very strange movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so TJ's picks, and I'm just assuming this is your. Okay, so I'm just gonna go over the whole list.
It seems so confused. He's like, fuck it.
It is Survival of the Dead, Monster Squad for his werewolf movie, Dead Heat for comedy, and Dawn of the Dead for 70s, Day of the Dead for 80s, Night of the Living Dead remake for 90s.
Nice.
Land of the Dead for 2000s, and the Craziest remake for 2010s.
Okay.
I'm really excited for Day of the Dead. That is so underappreciated.
Is it my zombie movie, Survival of the Dead?
I think that's what you didn't specify, but I'm guessing.
Wait, is Survival of the Dead
the found footage?
one?
It's still Romero film, baby.
Dude,
it's still a Romero film.
I actually enjoyed that movie, dude. When that came
We're doing
out.
them all.
It's basically Night of the Living Dead done for this generation.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, you can't tell me when that farmer comes up with the dynamite, dude, and has the fucking little that. I love that whole fucking scene, dude. Oh, so good.
We're gonna have fun with lots of zombies. Of course, Dead Heat, buddy cop with zombies. Like, you can't get much better than that.
So here's my picks.
Okay.
For my zombie pick, we're going with the Fulci classic, Zombie 2.
Yeah.
Zombie 2.
Shark versus zombie.
Because Zombie 1 is Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
My werewolf movie is The Howling. My comedy movie, The Frighteners.
Ooh, nice. I haven't watched that in a minute.
And a lot of the rest of these picks are movies I haven't seen yet. So I went for the 70s, The Legend of Hell House.
Nice.
The 80s, this pick Heather very happy, The Shining.
Okay.
Ooh, wow. We're going for a long one on that one.
Going for that.
Yeah, that's a 3 hour.
Now, the 90s, we're going back to another insane Sam Neill movie, Event Horizon.
Yes! Sweet.
The 2000s, The Collector.
It's a great
nice.
Flick.
And 2010s, just because I love this movie, it's so much fun, Cabin in the Woods.
I've only seen it once.
It's a fun movie.
And I sat weird on it when I got done with it. I wasn't sure how I felt. So I'm interested to see how I'm going to take it again for a second time.
That could almost double as a comedy, too.
I would agree. And that was such a weird movie, dude, because it was made before, like, fucking Hemsworth was Thor and shit like that, but it came out after the fact. So.
I hope that you guys all pre-order some sort of body paint for our zombie episodes. I might paint myself blue.
Ooh. Can I come as Danny Trejo?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm just going to come with a pie, put it in my face, talk like that. Oh, man. Dude.
All right. Well,
so now Bobby's got to sit there and.
Well, I actually have 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, and 2010s right here.
All right. What do you got, buddy?
All right. Chad's got the pen ready.
70s, Last House on the Left.
Oh.
And I took this from my horror comedy, and it is a sequel, even though we're doing 3. If I can't do it, let me know. Chainsaw 2.
That's already in the sequels.
Oh, we did do that, or we didn't?
Mm-hmm. It's already on
the list to do.
It's coming around in the
right. 90s Final Destination.
Oh.
I almost picked that for my 90s one.
That's like what, 98, 99?
Yeah, it was like 99.
Yeah, it was like right at the ass.
Like it was down between that and Event Horizon. What do you want for 80s then?
Come back to 80s. Let me do 2000 and 2010s. 2000s, I picked the first Hostel.
Ew.
Well, we get a lot of tits in that one, at least.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, but fuck it, we'll do it.
And then 2010's Hell House.
Ooh.
That's that found footage haunted house one.
Oh, is that the Hell House LLC or whatever?
Yes.
I would almost say, personally.
Yeah, that film's fucking fantastic, and it makes my fucking nipples hard.
I thought I enjoyed Houses That October Built better, but they are both good. I've seen the second one. I don't think I've seen the third one yet, the third Hell House. But that was just made, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Well, I think that concludes this episode of the Gore N More podcast. Thank you guys for joining us on another episode. And of course, see us next week for our review of Christmas Evil. This is your host with the motherfucking most, TJ Bowser, the Lady Arouser, signing off. Bye! Bye.
This is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, Eduardo Chrisman, saying, adios, bitches.
This is Big Johnny D saying, see you later, Gorehounds.
This is your killing machine, Bobby Amone, saying, I'll kill you later.